Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your super full moon in Capricorn reading, which is the super full moon in Capricorn is on July 13th. It's going to last about 2 weeks, that energy. Let's talk about what that means. Cancer, the super full moon in Capricorn is all about making your vision a reality. It's about honoring who you are. It is going to be conjunct with Pluto, so please do me a favor and stay away from the media, okay? I know we want to know what's going on in the world, but I'm telling you, this is not the time for you to spend, 10 hours in front of the news channels, okay? Just, it's not good. This is a time where we have these kind of tower moments where things come down, they get deconstructed, and we reconstruct. However, I will say this is self-imposed. You're choosing to do this, right? It is a time where you are making new decisions and plans towards new goals. You're not taking a lot of action. You're just making the plans for this, okay? And you're getting very clear on what you want, right? In this lifetime, what you want to experience. That is for sure. Now, before we jump into the actual cards, I do want to mention I am using the Scorpio Mystic Angel Tarot. This is not a paid promotion. I just absolutely love this deck. And Scorpio Mystic Angel is actually another YouTube reader who I had come across a few weeks ago, and I absolutely love her, so I do recommend maybe checking out her channel. Again, Scorpio Mystic Angel, and she has this beautiful deck for sale. It's all black and gold, and it's so gorgeous. I'm in love with it. And she has a little shop also, and I purchased this beautiful turquoise bracelet, and look at the size of that. I mean, it's just beautiful. So you may want to check her out, and a shout out to her if she's watching. We've never met. We've never really even talked, but I just really, really like her style. So with that being said, Cancer, let's go ahead and get your overall energy from the Divine Source Creator. Show me clearly, what is the overall energy? And if I haven't mentioned, she sells this deck, obviously, because I bought it. If I hadn't mentioned that, Cancer. Let's see. Let's see what we have. Overall energy for Cancer, please. Overall energy. Divine Source Creator. What is the overall energy for Cancer during this super full moon in Capricorn? Show me clearly for Cancer. Show me clearly. Show me it clearly. Cancer, the divine works in funny ways. I'm going to tell you a little story real quick here because the divine wants me to. What we think about, we bring about. Okay, I know you guys hear that all the time, but what we think about, we bring about, which is so true. So this deck I don't use very often. It's a lovely deck, but they did very sharp corners. There's no softness to that. It is a right angle, right? And it hurts when those get into your hand, right? When you're shuffling. However, you are the fourth sign I'm doing, and I didn't have any issues with it in the first 3 readings that I did, but yours, I started kind of thinking about it on the side. I was like, oh yeah, this deck hurts me, and then guess what happened? It started poking me. So be careful what your thoughts are, okay? Doesn't mean that if you have a thought like that you're like, oh no, the world is coming to an end because I had a bad thought, or a not so positive thought. It means recognize it and change it, okay? Recognize and change it. Your thoughts are going to be very big during this time. So that's a weird way for the divine to give me the message to give to you, but the divine works in mysterious ways. Show me clearly, Divine Source Creator, what is the overall energy for Cancer? Show me clearly. Show me clearly. What is the overall energy for Cancer during this super full moon in Capricorn? Thank you. All right. Yes, conclusion. I love this. You guys are ending a chapter, a big chapter in your life. Okay, this might as well be like the world card for me. You're done with some certain lessons. You might be done with a job. You might be done with certain people that, not everybody stays in our life forever. That doesn't mean they all end badly. That just means that sometimes, we move on. People are at different states. But I do feel like you are definitely concluding something. Some of you might be getting... I just saw 444 on the timer, so check out angel number 444. Cancer, some of you might be getting a degree, or you're closing a course, that you've taken. But there is something ending, which is so good, right? Because we need certain things to end in our life for other things to come in. So I really like that for you. You're at the conclusion of something in your life, okay? Yeah, it's the 12 card, so a 3, and the beginning of manifesting something new in your life. I love that. Angels, guides, ancestors for Cancer. Show me clearly. What is the message here? Show me clearly. What is the advice? What is it that my Cancers need to know? Show me clearly, please. Let's see if I can get these together. There we go. Oh, they said one more. They said one more. Show me clearly. There we go. That's a much easier shuffle. Thank you. All right. What do we have for Cancer? Angels, guides, ancestors. The Hangman. I love it. I'm going to tell you right off, this is one of the reasons I bought this deck because, of course, I go by Lotus Spirit Tarot. Here we have the Lotus flower. You guys, you have bloomed in a big way. Okay, you have bloomed in a big way. The Lotus flower, which is why I named this channel, that has to rise out of the muck and the mud and the gunk. Okay, the really hard lessons in life. I feel like the divine is saying, and your angels, guides, and ancestors, that you're done with the gunk, right? And now you are blooming as this lotus flower, okay? And as you're blooming as this lotus flower, again, going back to now you're making new decisions and new plans. Now, it's a hangman, so, you know, that's kind of wisdom and clarity that comes in. Again, not taking a lot of action on it quite yet, but definitely making new decisions and new plans that you will put into action in a few weeks, okay? And you're being guided by your higher self here. I'm telling you that for sure, okay? You've learned the lessons. You're out of the gunk, closing a chapter. Show me clearly. What is the message? Show me clearly. What is the message for Cancer? What is the message for Cancer? Make sure you're checking your other placements, your moon, your rising, your Venus sign, and watching those readings. It's very important that you do that. Okay, I do it every day. Look at that. 6 wands. You're about to have some major victory in life. But to see how the wands get bigger and bigger and bigger, it's like you've grown so much. This wasn't always easy for you. I get it. Lessons sometimes aren't that easy, right? But those cycles of being in that same lesson over and over again are changing, and you're going to have victory. You're going to be in the spotlight here. Okay? You're getting very clear on honoring who you are, because you can recognize and you can see what you've been through. And instead of being, oh, woe is me, victim mode, you're like, you're proud of everything you went through, and you wouldn't change this muck and this gunk because it wouldn't have made you who you are, Cancer. Some of you are going to tell your stories. That's how you'll be in the spotlight, because when we do that, we help others, right? When we tell our stories, but when we tell them from a positive, end, not the, oh, my life is so terrible because this happened and this happened and this happened to me. It's like, wow, did I learn from this? Did I learn from that? Boy, did I learn from this? And you're kind of helping people without maybe even knowing it by telling your story, that it's all about perception, right? So let's see what else we have. Show me clearly. Some of you, this is straight up like a school type of thing, or it doesn't have to be college. It could be courses you're taking, or trade, right? And you finished it, and now you're going into the career that you want. It will be different for all of you. Show me clearly, please. Thank you. Yeah, Page of Swords. Learning new things, learning about you, learning the lesson. Again, learning new things, because the old book is done. You finished this one. It says the end. I'm going to learn new things. The Page of Swords for me is very much a card about learning, okay? But wanting, having the desire to learn, okay? Something inherently within you that you're like, I need to know about this. Something new that comes in, right, for you. Something that is more authentically for you, which makes you destruct the things that aren't, the things that aren't like, I don't need to plan for this anymore because that's not the direction I'm going anymore, right? I need to make new plans, new decisions, because there's something else out there that I'm very passionate about and that I want to do that piques my interest in a way that nothing else has. Kind of love that. Kind of really love that for you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Cancer, I would highly advise also, not with just checking your other placements. I have my other channel, Runes and Moons. It was dormant for a while because I had some big changes this last year and I could not tend to it. But I've put some new videos up over there. So by all means, go check out that channel, right? See what your runes reading is. I'm doing the ancestors from the ancestors, and check that out. The link is in the description box below. Show me clearly. What is the message? Ooh. What is the message, please, for Cancer? Show me clear. Thank you. Ace of Pentacles. Huge, new, big something coming in. Like, okay, we talked about chapter 1, next chapter. I don't know why they're putting this in my head, but they're putting in, like, this is just an example, guys. Okay, it's a general reading. It's like if you owned a restaurant, it would be like you franchising a new one or getting a second one. Okay. It would be something like, well, that's a great example. That is great. You're into tarot, but then you're like into runes. Runes come in because that's basically what happened to me. Runes come into my life. I'm like, oh, I got to learn all about this. I need to know all about this. I need to know it. Right. And there's just some big opportunity that's coming in for you. It's almost like, what is that saying? Yeah. This is a big saying. I've heard it a lot lately, which I know is a sign from my own guides and ancestors and spiritual team. What you're seeking is seeking you, right? But I kind of feel like it's the opposite. Like, what's seeking you, you don't know. It just kind of pops in front of you. I don't know how else to put that. Oh, that's great, Cancer. But there's lots of new beginnings, lots of learning, not being stuck anymore. You finished a chapter. It might have been difficult, but you did it. Be proud of yourself because you're making new decisions and new plans for your future. I love this. Not letting anybody stand in your way. Show me clearly. What is the message for Cancer? Thank you. King of Cups. Yep, you know what you want. You know what you want. The King of Cups emotionally knows what makes him happy, what doesn't make him happy. It's pretty simple. Now, sometimes it's not that simple. Sometimes we think we want something, but then when we get it, we really don't. Not so happy with it, right, Cancer? So I really feel like you're getting emotionally clear on what truly brings you joy, and you're going to make, again, new plans towards this new goal. I really feel like that. That's like, it's like, there's just an emotional maturity about you while you're making these new plans and decisions, right? To change directions in your life, in whatever area of your life that is. And I think it's pretty damn cool, to be honest with you, because sometimes our emotions are good, don't get me wrong, and high vibe emotions especially, and, our intuition is great, but there's also something about when they're not in balance. When our emotions aren't in balance and they're out of balance, we make bad decisions, right? I feel like you're very clear on this. Very clear, okay, Cancer? And if you need an in-depth personal reading about your current situation, my booking site is open. It was it was closed, partially open, now it's fully open. So if you need to book a personal reading, you have to go in the description box below. There is the Simply Book Me website. That is the only way I take readings because there's too many scammers out there. And also, if you book in July of 2022, we are giving 10% back to the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's. Some of you know, some of you don't know. My father has Parkinson's, has for quite a while, and I want to give back to them. So, for all the work that they do. Let's see what else we have. Show me clearly. Show me clearly. What is the message for Cancer? I'm really liking this energy for you. You're going to be very successful in this new adventure, whatever this is. You're going to be very, very successful. You've got the Ace of Wands. There it is. right? 2 aces, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. This is something very passionate. This isn't just I'm starting a new business to start a new business. This isn't I'm starting a new career to start a new career, right? It's kind of like, because they're showing me like when you go to college, if you went to college or your parents made you go to college, and it's like, pick a major, pick a major, pick a major, and you just pick something to get them off your back, but you're never truly passionate about it, right? It was never something you were absolutely into, so now you're changing focus, right? Being your authentic self, making your vision a reality, not somebody else's, honoring who you are and what you're passionate about and what you want to learn about, because you're done with that old chapter. You're done living somebody else's truth. Kind of really like that for you, Cancer. Really like it. Show me clearly. And again, I've said this in all the readings so far. I will say it in this one. If you are feeling like you are not getting enough support in the decisions that you are making for yourself, come join us on Patreon. That's what we do. We are a soul family. We do all sorts of different readings that I can't do on YouTube. We are non-judgmental, motivational, and we help each other to get to our goals without judgment. Show me clearly, and everything you need is in the description box below. So click that Show Me More button so you can see everything in there. What do we have for Cancer? Wow, that came out. Oh yeah, look at the clarity. You have fire gate here. So fire gate, boom, here it is. That wands, right? That fire, passion, energy, new creativity. Okay, you are really creating something beautiful for yourself. It says, I allow the creativity of my soul to shine through into my world. Well, remember I said making your vision a reality. Everything is creative, guys. Everything we envision is creative. I'm sorry, somebody needs to hear this. I was told this as a kid, that you're not creative. Everything we do is creative. Everything. I don't care if it's math. I don't care if it's painting. I don't care if it's anything outside of that or in between that. Everything we do starts in our imagination and is creative. So somebody in particular, a few people needed to hear that, because the word creativity for me used to be a block, because I would immediately, because I was told I wasn't creative my whole life, I lost the meaning of the word, right? So this is you creating your vision. Cancer, you are creating the vision of how you want your world to be. You're done playing by other people's rules. You've learned those lessons. You're closing that book. So don't forget to give this a thumbs up, a like. We want to share this with the world. We do, definitely. And subscribe if you haven't. Check out the Runes and Moons channel. Everything's in the description box below, Cancer. And all of my love, light, and blessings to you. Until next time.